So hello everybody, and back again with the second video on weight issues. And here we look at why somebody would suddenly put on so much of weight. Like everything was perfectly all right and something really happened in your life. I've taken the reference from the psychic roots of diseases. So the first thing we look at, what is the organ that's going to get impacted over here? And what is the conflict? The organ that's getting impacted over here is called kidneys. And in the kidney, we have a specific area that gets impacted. Now, what's the function of a kidney? Function of a kidney is to eliminate all the waste material of our body. So liquid waste material of our body, which is also, which needs to be dropped out of the body so that the body can feel and can continue doing its function. Basically, we all know that if urine starts collecting in the body then doesn't know how to deal with it. So let's understand what's a conflict over there. But before we understand what's a conflict, let's understand a few terminologies. One is a refugee and the other is refuge. What's the difference? Refugee is a person who has been forced to leave something behind. It can be his country, it can be a school, it can be a place that he was forced to leave. Why? Because he had to escape something. And he had to maybe escape war, persecution, natural disasters. Something had to be left behind. One feels like they have been left with no resources, abandoned, they are defenseless and forsaken. Basically, it's like as if everything that you knew has been left behind. Everything that you felt belonged to or fitted in has to be left behind to move ahead. A lot of this was seen in India when Pakistan-India war happened. A lot of people from Pakistan came to India and from India went to Pakistan. And this separation that happened created a lot of people who were refugees. In fact, there's a whole community which is called the Sindhi community who came from the Sindh of deep Pakistan and they stayed in refugee camps, which were the camps which were special tents or places which were made for them to stay, and these areas were called camp areas. And most of the camp areas, even today, are populated by Sindhis. So it's very interesting when we realize that history has created children of no land. They've created children who didn't belong anywhere, children who were not cared for. And it could be because something or the other happened, because of which somebody had to leave that place and move ahead. A lot of stories that I've also heard about how the traders moved from here to there. And even if you look at Germany, you look at world wars, World War I, World War II, you look at how many from various parts of Europe had to move their place and had to move to another place so that they could be safe. So basically, a refugee is looking for refuge. What is he looking for? He's looking for a state of being safe, sheltered, where he is without danger or difficulty. Right now, when we're looking at the Ukraine war, do you think people over there are feeling happy, relaxed, safe, sheltered? So these are the questions in our everyday life also. If we do not feel safe, we do not feel sheltered, we feel that we are in danger or difficulty, then we might feel like a refugee in our own house. And refugee means doing something back again and again, and flee. It's like almost back. Flee means to run. So it's almost like you're going back again to run. You're back again on a run to find a place so that you can be safe and sound. So very simply, a human being's biggest need is to be safe and sound. And when this conflict gets triggered, it's the kidney in our body which gets impacted. And why is it just the kidney that will get impacted? So let's look at the kidney, and why is it that the kidney will get impacted? Kidney is, like I explained before, giving out products like urine, water out of the body. And these are all excretory products which need to be thrown out of the body. We also know that if water goes less than 70% in our body, then we can get dehydrated. So basically, the body maintains the balance. Now, just like on the planet Earth, if the water is too much in the on the Earth, it's called flooding. And if the water is too little, it's called like the droughts that have happened. There is nothing happening. There is no water. There is a famine. There is starvation. So both the sides of the spectrum are also seen in the human body, where a person may get dehydrated or may have flooding in the body. Basically, we need to maintain the kidney in such a way that it remains at, or the water balance in the body in such a way that it remains at 70% for an adult. As a kid, it's 90%, and that's where their body, skin, and everything is much, much, much softer. So, like I explained to you, when I feel like a refugee, I feel I'm not having resources. I feel like a fish out of water. I feel I will dehydrate. And biggest one, I feel I'm going to die. Now, if you can see these areas in the beautiful areas over here, if we look at, so I'm just going to pick up the arrow. We're looking at this area. Sorry. We're looking at, if you can see my cursor, kidney collecting tubules. We're looking at these spongy areas. These are the spongy areas which are basically responsible or are called the kidney collecting tubules. They are the tubules or the tubes which hold the urine, and they hold the excretory material. Now, it's like the this organ which is there which gets impacted. And what will it do now? If it will process as if we are without resources, if we are feeling like refugee, body understands that we are without resources. And so now body wants to resource us. And the biggest resource that we have as human beings to stay alive is water. So the body doesn't understand. What it does is it starts collecting water or depositing the fluid and will not let the urine walk out. And because now all this we need to kind of hold on. We need to hold on. Something like this, if my bad time has come and my resources are less, I will want to scrunch and keep every penny inside my inside my treasure box. I would want to keep all my clothes. I wouldn't want to give anything to anyone. I would even keep maybe the newspapers and everything. So it's like I will hold on to everything. And I will start putting on weight because now the water is getting retained in the body. And because of this water, my body is saying, hey, I will not get dehydrated. I will not die. And along with that, because now the urine, the amount that should have gone out is not going. So amount of uric acids and the creatinine in the body will then rise. Also, the stools will be harder and we will be constipated. And we will also see that the person will start filling up this water and holding this water in their bodies and filling it up as if it's creating a reserve for this difficult time to pass by. But under no circumstances, under all circumstances, this person has got water has been held on to so that the person will not die. Now, I want you to think of it like this. Now, if I look at this part, it's the drain where we are holding water. And over here, this part, imagine if this drain gets blocked or we purposely block it. so that the water that has to pass down now stops passing. It starts collecting right there. And that's exactly what is happening in the body. The water that should actually be drained and leave the body so that the normal cycle goes on starts blocking and starts staying within the body. And thus we can say this happens whenever there are changes in life. And more than changes in life, it's how we see the changes in life. There can be two different kind of people, like somebody like me who, or like my husband, we traveled quite a bit and we would change our home, we would change our place of being, but we were doing it because we wanted to do it and were having fun doing it. Did not look at it as abandonment. Did not look at it, oh my God, that's a change in life. Or when kids left home and they went to study, we didn't take it so badly because we were actually excited about them going out and having that education. So basically, the change is something that's consistent and constant. But what is our attitude towards that change? Do we feel that the change has happened in such a way that we are feeling left alone? We are feeling that there are emotional disappointments. Somebody's left us and gone. There has been death in the family, or we are feeling injured, or we're feeling attacked. Now, under any of these circumstances where we feel alone, we feel emotional disappointment, we feel like we've been injured, or we feel as if somebody's attacking us, we will wear a armor. So the fat, the 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 weight gain will act like a protective armor. It will help us to kind of doesn't let us feel alone. And how you will say how? Because it's not going to let you die. This abandonment that happens, this place where you're feeling alone, your body is collecting water so that no matter what happens, you don't die. You survive it. No matter what emotional disappointments come into your life, you survive it. No matter whether you felt injured or attacked, you are able to heal yourself. And very interestingly, all this is basically helping to protect us, or the body thinks it's trying to protect you. So when I was speaking about changes, let's look at the changes that can actually cause this kind of a system to happen and get activated, where we are feeling like a refuge. We need a refuge and we are a refugee. Is like maybe, and I remember this time when my daughter left for boarding school. I wouldn't say that uh, she had gone without her will, because she actually lost weight rather than gaining weight. But if a child starts gaining weight after going into the boarding school, then you really need to look and find out whether he's happy or unhappy. So basically, when you're unhappy, you feel so dead inside that your body swells up like a dead body swells up, and you start putting on weight. We look at children in the daycare, elderly at the old age homes, change of school, migration. A lot of people in India and outside the country too still look at a boy and a girl as, like they want a girl, and then a boy is born and they're disappointed. They want a boy and a girl is born and they're disappointed. And the child can feel it. The child can feel it that something wasn't there. Like parents will say, oh, we didn't matter. We brought up children we brought our girl like a boy. Why should you bring up your girl like a boy? If she's a girl, can you treat her like a girl? So there could be that disappointments that our children are not the way they are, and that could create a lot of conflicts in them where they feel left out, alone, emotionally disappointed, attacked, or not loved. Marriage, which can be against your will. And in my opinion, when I look at women who get married and when they leave their house and they go to another person's house, because they're so protected in their own place. They never probably even spent a night with a friend, and now you're saying that this is not your house, that another house is going to be a house. it can be challenging when you actually place yourself in another home altogether, or make a home where your in-laws are also there and you've never dealt with maybe your in-laws, or with the sister-in-law, with new locality, new city, new country. And this can be there can be a lot of adjustments. It may not be even against your will, but there can be a lot of adjustments which may be extremely challenging um, adjustments. And during these adjustments, you can then again go back into the story of feeling at times alone, emotional disappointment, feeling injured or attacked, which in turn can again cause what is there, a weight gain. Birth of a child, it can be that there's already one child, and then we have a second one, and the second one or the first one might not feel that that person has got as much attention as they needed, because, or if there is a child already before who is not like, could be having a physical problem or a mental issue, and the mother has to give a lot more time to that other child. The child coming in can feel abandoned, the next child may feel abandoned, or the first child may feel abandoned. And this is also the time when we see a lot of children putting on weight. um, Also, when children go through puberty and there is a lot of change and flux as to how they felt. A lot of girls I know who, at the brink of puberty, parents couldn't deal with it in a better way. Before that, like, uh, the relationship that they had with the child was different, but right at the time of puberty, everything changed for them. And that could again make the young girl or a young boy feel that puberty is something very challenging, and this change, they didn't feel supported, they didn't feel loved, and they might hold that and might land up putting on a lot of weight at this point. Husband and wife being unfaithful, filing for divorce, your partner leaving, again, these are big changes. It's not easy. Just like it's not easy to have a partner, it's not easy when your partner leaves you. When your partner leaves you, and if you've really, really been in love, you will find that the person starts putting on weight. Death in the family, fights, loss of employment, moving a house, money problems, pain, worries about children, increasing unemployment, poor prospects for youth, mounting debts. These can all be the reason of a weight gain. Basically, this is not what is causing a weight gain. It is this feeling. It's this feeling that, oh my God, I've been left alone. Oh my God, I'm feeling emotionally disappointed. I'm feeling injured. I'm feeling attacked. I'm feeling like a fish out of water. I'm feeling like I'm out in the cold. I'm feeling that there is nobody there to support me. I'm feeling like a refugee. I'm feeling that I may not exist anymore. These are the things which will actually trigger the conflict and will create a weight gain. Social changes, like, in olden times, we used to have traditional joint family systems, so nobody was ever alone. People had people to talk to. With the traditional family dissolving and now becoming a nuclear family, a lot of old people do not know and do not feel fitted in. And this can then cause a huge amount of abandonment for them. So, conflicts that get triggered are abandonment, feeling abandoned in strange environment, which again make you feel you don't have resources. Let's go back to the first. Let's look at the definition of the refugee. Feel like a person who's forced to be somewhere to escape something without any resources, and defenseless and forsaken. And you're searching for a safe place. And maybe no matter how much you try to find the safe place, you're not getting that safe place, which is what is triggering off. The longer this conflict stays, the more weight you will put on. The person misses his friends, he misses his familiar environment, he misses his home, he misses his parents, he misses, sometimes we even miss small things like we miss our bed that we left behind. We miss our teddy bear, maybe for a little child. We miss a bakery that was next to it. We miss the smiling face of someone. We miss the language. We miss the weather when we move a place. So it can be anything that you miss that you can't get in the new place that can trigger off this whole conflict. The person isn't constantly, how do you say, not feeling cared for, not feeling love. And this can get aggravated if we see our parents fighting, a lot of all the stuff that I just spoke about, where you do not feel completely fitted in, belonged, connected to, and this all, then our system starts collecting water, because what is it doing? It's saying, hey, you're in danger, you'll die because you're missing all these things. So let's just block the drainage. Let's just block the drain. Let's not let the water go out. Let's create a protective armor and let our body now start collecting so that we are safe. So when I can't find refuge outside in my environment, I'm creating that refuge inside me by creating safety net inside me, by holding the water inside me so that I don't get dehydrated inside me. So again, it's the same thing. So I'm going to repeat again. So there are, in our life, we have good times and we have bad times. Good times are the times when everything is going brilliant. These are the times when, the urine, the water is discarded easily and there is no way to. But when there are difficult times, when we are feeling like a refugee and we want refuge, what are we doing? We are holding the water, we are holding all the water and urea that we would have eliminated. Now we are recycling it in the body, because of which uric acid will go up, kerosene levels will go up. So if there are kerosene levels and uric acid levels are up, you know that you're going through a problem and maybe also putting on weight along with it. Also, you will know that this whole system of conflict is triggered because if you get up in the morning, you find swollen eyes under this bags, you find your feet are swelling, you find there's swelling in the body, knuckles are painful, and there is weight gain. And the weight gain will be like a soft weight gain, like, your body looks soft and rounded, and you will also find psychologically that there are times when, how when something is not going well, we want to just collect. We become hoarders because we feel God knows when we need it. God knows. And if you're collecting, then ask yourself, what is it that you're feeling that you will not have tomorrow, that you need to collect all these things and hold on? What is it that you are not having tomorrow that you need to cling on? So also need you to know that when we start retaining water, 1 liter of water, 1 liter of water that we put on, it is equivalent to 2.2 pounds of weight. 1 liter of water is equal to 2.2 liters, 2.2 pounds of weight. And if it persistently goes on, a person can put on as much as 100 kgs. Yes, 100 kgs. Can you imagine? So questions are that we need to ask people. When did they start putting on weight? What was happening then? What was the conditioning that was going on? Where did they feel not loved, understood, abandoned? Where did they feel isolated, all alone? Where did they feel that they were like a refugee and they couldn't exist? We need to look at the childhood conditioning. If there has been any kind of deprivation as a child, maybe they got too little parental affection, or there was some kind of deprivation, there was a divorce, maybe moving, death of a family member, which could have triggered that they did not feel loved in their childhood. Also, we need to look into the family patterns and see if the families are carrying these patterns for many, many years. And sometimes we really need to look at the family tree to see how far this conditioning has gone into the lineage. So, it's nice to connect back. It's great to put yourself back, and it's great to create self-love. And there are many, many activities which are done today, which could help us to gain back our connect. So I'm going to carry you through a very short meditation right now. Just relax your feet. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe, you allow all stress to move out of your body. And as you allow all the stress to move out of your body, you feel your feet relaxing, your calves relaxing, your knees relaxing, your thighs relaxing. Feel all the stress moving out of your genitals, your back, your stomach, your chest, your arms and your hands. You can feel all the stress moving out of your neck. You can feel your shoulders relax. Relaxing your face. Feeling every muscle in your face relax. Don't forget to breathe. With every breath, continue to relax all the muscles of your face, your eyes, your cheeks, your chin, your forehead, your ears, every pore in your head. Finally, when you're completely relaxed, lean back into the chair that you're sitting in. Feel your mom and dad standing right behind you. Feel their hands on your shoulders. Feel them holding your back and telling you that they love you. Keep breathing. Slowly get mom's mom and dad to stand behind her. Get your dad's mom and dad to stand behind you. Good job. Feel your back getting a lot of support. You can have as many generations as you can standing right behind each other. So your grandmom can call her mom and dad. Your grandfather can call her his father and mom. On both the sides. Imagine love to be a certain color and see these colors of love standing, feeling belong, feeling connected, passing through the generations to your parents, from your parents. And from you, you're sending it to your children who's standing right in front of you. And the whole generation is echoing with the thought pattern. I am supported. I am provided for. I am sheltered and secure. I am always having somebody there to protect me. I know God, Allah, my ancestors are protected. Once again, I am provided for. Tell your kidneys, I am provided for. I am sheltered and secure. Even when I feel that I am alone, I'm always having somebody there. God is standing up. Good job. Let's do once more and really feel the words. I am provided for. I'm sheltered and secure. Even when I feel alone, I always have someone protecting me. God is always protecting. Carry yourself into your heart. Carry the shelter that you created, the security that you created for yourself in you. Give yourself a lot of love. One last time, I am provided for. I am safe and secure. Even when I feel alone, there's always someone. God's there for me. The universe stands up. Good job. So I want you to know that this other different way, this meditation can help you not only to lose weight, but to feel secure, sheltered, and safe. Thank you very much. And keep connecting. I will be putting up another video on the same topic. Thank you.
Help Talks are daily health-related talks held at Health Education Library for People, Mumbai, India. For more information visit www.healthlibrary.com. Subscribe to Help Talks channel. Be better informed about your health.